Step up, make your body rock. Gotta keep it jumping till you hit the top. So keep dancing all around the block. And when the morning comes, no, you don't stop. Beat drops and the music blasts. You just use the block. Shake it there, yeah. Throw the shapes up like nobody's there. Break down, put your hands in the air. Put your hands in the air.
Hello, everybody. Happy Wednesday. I hope everyone's having a good day. Oh, man. Welcome on into Oblivion. I have never played this game before. In full disclosure, I legitimately have never played this game before. Know next to nothing about it. I know my FPS is going all over the freaking place. There we go. So, I know a little bit about it. I have played through the opening sequence with Patrick Stewart voicing the king before. But outside of that, what is going on with my system? But outside of that, really know nothing about the game. Don't know, why is my system, like, absolutely bogged? It's weird. But I know, like, nothing about the game as far as gameplay. I know it predates Skyrim. One of the main reasons why I don't know anything about this game is because this released literally the year I enlisted. So I was literally in basic training when this game came out and got big, and I never had really the opportunity to play it. So I was too busy, you know, learning how to march and learning how to salute and all that good stuff. Speaking of which, let me open this up. So I legitimately don't know what to expect with this. Don't know. I've heard really good things about it. I've seen Super Hobbit play it a few times. So without further ado, let's get into it. And I really wish I knew why the game was like hitching its ass off.
I was born 87 years ago. For 65 years, I've ruled
That could
as
be why.
Tamriel's emperor. But for all these years, I've never been the ruler of my own dreams.
What the hell is with this FPS?
I have
I'm going
seen the
between
gates of
500
Oblivion,
FPS and 30.
beyond which no waking eye may see.
What is this?
Behold, in darkness, a doom sweeps the land.
I don't know if it's trying to like load assets or something, because now we're sitting at around 476 FPS. I am familiar with Elder Scrolls. Let me preface that as well. I am familiar with Elder
This is
Scrolls
the
enough to know
27th
a little bit
of
about what
last
Oblivion is and what one of the
The
realms
year
are.
of Akatosh, 433. These are the closing days of the Third Era and the final hours of my life.
I love Patrick Stewart, man. I remember one of my friends was huge into this game. Like, he was absolutely psyched that this game was coming out. And the only thing that managed to tear him away was Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which also came out shortly after this. Pretty, I'll give it that. I know we're in a dungeon, because that was always one of the jokes, is that Morrowind started that way, Dishonored started that way, Skyrim, you're in jail. Ooh. Khajiit. Wow, they really... Hailing from the province of Elsewhere, they are intelligent, quick, and agile. They make excellent thieves due to their natural agility and unmatched acrobatics. All Khajiit can see in the dark. I'm glad they brought that over. Your parents live in the pavilion, and your childhood memories are filled playing and running around in the jungles or in the pristine beaches. Live trained to harden your body and taught you how to defend yourself with your bare fist or any weapon you could find. Okay. Sure. We'll be a lady cat. Wow. That's not much difference. Can I, ooh. I can't really change the... So we can go from being really dark or leopard. Can I change the... Yes. All right. Here's what I was looking for. Let's do that. See what that looks like. We can be a calico. There we go. There's something a little lighter than that. I don't want that light, but it doesn't look like I get much of an option here. Also, I like the ray tracing. I'm noticing that going on with like the shadows and stuff in the background. That's pretty cool. Okay. Always enjoy my Khajiit. I want to be an archer. I like playing these games as an archer. I know, like Skyrim, that's the big meme, right? I'm a stealth archer. But I actually do legitimately like playing archers in games. I'm actually pretty good with that. Overview. Name. Black magics. Yes. Okay.
Wake up, kitty kitty. That's it. There's a rat in my cell, Khajiit. A fat, tasty rat. Does the kitty want it? Is the kitty hungry?
Press left shift while moving if
You'd
you'd rather
better
walk.
take whatever you
Oh.
can get in here, Khajiit. They don't feed the new prisoners. Didn't you know that? First, they starve you. Then, they beat you. Then, if you're lucky, they kill you. That's right. You're going to die in here.
Damn,
Hey,
I love the
hear
look
that?
of the dungeon.
The guards
That's
are coming.
impressive.
For you.
Boris, lock that door behind us.
Is that the same voice actress who did the guard at Skyrim?
We don't know that, sire. The messenger only said they were attacked.
No, they're dead. I know it.
What's this prisoner doing here? This cell is supposed to be off limits.
It could be.
Usual mix-up with the watch.
Never mind. Get that gate open. Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
You, prisoner, stand aside. Over by the window. Stay out of the way and you won't get hurt.
So, we got big things coming as well.
Stay put, prisoner.
Good. Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
You. I've seen you.
Wow.
Let me see your face. You are the one from my dreams. Then the stars were right.
That's right, Emperor, not
This
King.
is the day. Gods give me strength.
Yeah, what's going on?
Assassins attacked my sons, and I am next. My blades are leading me out of the city along a secret escape route. By chance, the entrance to that escape route leads through your cell.
Why am I in jail?
Perhaps the gods have placed you here so that we may meet. As for what you have done, it does not matter. That is not what you will be remembered for.
Okay.
I am your emperor, Uriel Septim. By the grace of the gods, I serve Tamriel as her ruler. You are a citizen of Tamriel, and you too shall serve her in your own way.
What should I do?
You will find your own path. Take care. There will be blood and death before the end.
Oh, I'm sure.
Please,
And
sire,
lots
we
of
must keep
wackiness.
moving.
God, look at the shadows.
Better not close this one. There's no way to open it from the other side.
Don't try anything.
Looks
I'm
like
watching.
this is your lucky day. Just stay out of our way.
God. So, big things are coming for my systems and my computers. I've got a new processor coming in, new motherboard coming in. Did not get new RAM because I don't need it. This existing motherboard and processor are
This
going
doesn't
to
concern you, prisoner.
my TV. How do I see in the dark? Eye of the night. Oh. Can I do that? Yeah. How do I unbind that? Now. Okay, how do I cast that? That's a better question. Also, let me check the video settings. Well, that's pretty definitive. DLAA 2? Good God. We are running frame gen, which is fine. I could turn frame generation off, in all honesty, because we're still sitting at 200 FPS. Okay, that dropped it down to 85, 88. I mean, that's still high enough to have a good frame generation experience, in all honesty. Let me see here. Cast spell is not what I'm looking for. Cast spell is C. That's it. Oh!
Close up left. Protect the Emperor.
The captain's down.
I see what it's done.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm! I fought Mudcrab! Please! And the Emperor!
Don't mind me. We're just gonna...
Are you all right, sire? We're clear for now.
Captain Reno?
She...
Yep, don't mind me.
He's dead. Sorry. Yes, sire. Stand aside, prisoner.
How could they be waiting for us?
Renault's steel short sword.
It's here.
Don't know, but it's taking you back now. Don't worry, sire.
Okay.
We will get you out of here.
Learning it.
They won't be the first to
Interesting that I can't loot her armor.
underestimate the blades. I'll take point. Let's move.
You stay here, prisoner. Don't try to follow us.
Yep, got that. Okay. If this turns out to be something like Skyrim, I can see me getting lost in this game for a significant portion of time. Journal. Tutorial. Yep. All right. Well, thanks. You can see the character attributes. Good. God, the game looks amazing. Hard to believe this game is 20 years old. Door to Imperial substructure. Oh. I don't get it. What am I supposed to be doing? What? Oh, is that a bow? I think we did pick up some armor, though, which I can throw on. And a bow. No, we had picked up arrows, no bow. We picked up the bow. I was like, why would they give me arrows but no bow? How am I? I don't get what I'm supposed to be doing here. Okay. Sure, not questioning it. All right, moving right along. Is there a map? There is a map. Okay. But this is a lot bigger than what I thought. Okay, there's nothing down the well. Well, let's head this way. You open the door with the iron key. Do I need to equip the arrows? Yes. I don't know if that's a byproduct of like the ray tracing, but that is awfully not bright. I'm assuming that killed it. Yep. Good on me. Iron arrows. We'll take more of those. Torches, which I actually don't need. I'm over encumbered. Does it have a carry weight? Does not. Oops, didn't mean to do that. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. Put that there. Okay. And we can do that. Do that. I'm liking this interface a little bit more than what it was in Skyrim. They certainly seem to have improved that. Oops. You need to drop items in your inventory. Or, you know, we just lug our shit everywhere. Shift, left shift. So, I do not need more than one bow. How do I drop? Shift left click. Okay. I know it's got to be that heavy armor I picked up. Don't need those anymore. Oh, there's the weight. There's the carry weight. Okay. We're 166. What's more valuable? Okay, let's see here. It's 18, but it has no value. But I don't exactly want to drop that because I think it's going to come in handy. We'll drop the club. Need to lose 8 weight. That's handy. Well, these don't weigh any. No, these. Oh, these are worthless. Okay, yeah, we can drop those. Reximus! Whoa! $50. Also, how are you doing today, Reximus? Thank you so much for donating to the Military and Veteran Gamers group. I do appreciate that. If you're not familiar with them, oh, and a sub. Jeez. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. MVG is a 100% nonprofit charity. They actually, they specifically raise money to. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm a veteran myself. If you didn't know, I'm a veteran of the United States Air Force. That's also why I wear the signature flat hat that I like a lot. That's very much matches my duty cap. I think for Memorial Day this year, I probably will put my duty cap back on. And then for Veterans Day, I'll probably wear my duty cap as well. Yeah, so that they actually raise money to specifically give games to veterans that are struggling with PTSD or mental issues. They gave away something to the tune of like 3,000 copies of Escape from Tarkov. So they are definitely a good group of people. I got invited to the stream team just by the grace that I'm one of their veterans. And like I said, I appreciate helping charities. I love doing charity work around my area and working with games to bring charity work and help people that need it. So I do Extra Life, I do MVG, I do Stack Up. I do a lot of different charities that involve the people I love. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I definitely appreciate it. Thank you so much for that very generous contribution. I can't thank you enough about it. Thank you so much. And I owe you a shout out, sir. Volunteer locally with some causes groups that I think need it. So thank you, my man. Awesome. How's Gray Zone going? I actually did Terminal Initiative. So I have actually finished Gray Zone. And I will say I can't talk too much about it, but I got invited to the 0.3 playtest. I can't, I'm under an NDA, so I can't discuss anything that I've seen in there, but I will say this. You're going to love it. They've done some amazing things. And it is so good. It is so good. 0.2 expanded the game. 0.3 is going to make it even freaking better. Yeah, and install the weather effects today. Yeah. You have to apply through a Google form. And if you are selected, you will be part of a closed area of the Discord where they kind of release what's going on. The bad side about it is they require this software called Antidote. And it forces you to play the game in 1080p, which I play in 1440. So 1080 kind of sucks for me. But yeah, I had about an hour. They gave me 10 hours to play 0.3. And I went around specifically testing some things. Like I said, I can't talk about what I tested, can't talk about what I saw, but I can say that we should be looking forward to it. There is so much about it that is really, really, really making me... I want to talk about it. I really do. Like, the game feels so much better to play in several aspects, and I can't say why. So, the weather is obviously the big one, and I can talk about a little bit of stuff they showcased. Mortars I played with the SVD. I played with some of the weather effects, but I can't talk about my experience with it. So, I'll go over some of the things they discussed, and yeah, like I did test out some of the new weapons that they introduced. I did test out the weather systems. I specifically measured system performance, and do not have a concern there. So, yeah, that's also one of the reasons why I'm taking a break from Gray Zone, is because I'm like, I don't want to burn myself out on it, especially because I'm going to do a Welcome to Le Mans series on YouTube, which I got big changes coming on my computer for that. My 9800X3D is a wonderful gaming processor. If you have one of these processors, you'll know that this is the king of the king when it comes to gaming processors. One sec. But unfortunately, when you get outside of gaming, it really does show a lot of its limitations. It doesn't do workloads well. So when I was trying to do video editing in DaVinci Resolve, I was having a lot of problems with my CPU just pegging out. So decided to upgrade my processor. So I should have my brand new, I got a new motherboard, new processor. That should be coming tomorrow. My motherboard's already here. I'm going to reuse the RAM currently and all the storage on my current system because it is really nice storage. I am fortunate enough to be able to afford and work with super high-end performance machines. So it's super pumped. We took a little break, still hop in and out, but don't want to burn out. Exactly where I'm at. Precisely where I'm at right now. I'm like, yeah, with this coming out, I've been playing a lot of Last Epoch. That one is just got their second season. X3D and a 49 not too long ago. Yeah, so I went with a 7800 X3D. And I've had my 4090 for a while. So I ended up upgrading from my 7800 X3D to a 9800 X3D, and it works well. And then I actually just bought a 9950 X3D. So I'm going from a Ryzen 7 all the way up to a Ryzen 9, which is essentially a 79. It's essentially a 7900X mashed on top of a 7800 X3D. So it has the 3D processing. It has the 3D cache for video games, which I'm looking forward to. But it has that 16 cores with 32 threads of performance for the specifically for the workloads. So when I'm doing DaVinci Resolve, I shouldn't have issues with that capping out anymore. I also just got a new AIO cooler, which why the hell did IQ just break on me? That might be why my system's overheating. I hate IQ with a passion. I really do. For streaming, that's what I have. I literally do have a second machine specifically designated for streaming. So you can see right here, I'm actually remoted into this computer, and that's how I handle my streams. And then I picked up so I've got a capture card as well. I've got a 4K 60 MK2. I really wish they had a DisplayPort capture card because my monitor does 120 hertz on HDMI, but does 165 on DisplayPort. I kind of wish I had a better monitor to support that, or I really wish there was a DisplayPort capture card for that. But that is what it is. I can deal with 120 at 1440p on an OLED monitor. It's great. I also picked up for Christmas this year. I got my new microphone, which I picked up the Shure SM7B with this wonderful microphone arm that actually has I can deal with it. Yeah. It has this wonderful wire guide. It's a Rode. Also has this built-in shock absorber on the actual arm itself. And then I also got a mixer specifically for this XLR mic that actually has two PC hookups. So I can actually hear what's going on my streaming PC on my main computer while I'm remoted into it. And then it also sends sound over to my streaming PC for me. Yeah, I know. Like I completely redid my streaming setup. For reference, because I realize I just met you. I've been streaming now for 7 years, I want to say. My first stream was actually like in 2013, believe it or not. I did like 3 streams in 2013, which were god-awful, which were Borderlands 2 streams. And ended up like just turning off to it. And then in 2000, I guess 12 and 13, I got big into content creation on YouTube. And tried working with that a little bit. Built up a little bit of a following on YouTube. And then in 2018, I got big into streaming, real big into streaming. Me being in St. Louis, I found a group of local streamers that we all kind of pair up together and help each other out. And yeah, I mean, it's been a lot of help. So I've been growing since then and having a lot of fun with it. I just started as a hobby to help a friend, but I really enjoy it. Yeah, it's cool, especially when you get people like yourself or me that's in your chat just to chill out with, hang out with. You get to experience it. One of the things I love inspires me from which streamer? I might know them. I legitimately might know them. I'm the vice community manager for Madgree. Let me see. I'm the vice community manager for the Twitch St. Louis group. Literally. Let me go see. DB1060, thank you so much for the follow. Madgree. Is this her? I have streamer mode turned on. One sec. No. Okay, no, that's not her. Yeah, that's interesting. I'll have to, if I find them, I'll have to let them know that we actually do have a content creation group local to St. Louis. And I saw that top secret information on Discord. Yeah. I mean, it's literally a Twitch St. Louis community meetup group. So, how you doing, DV? Miku as well. Hello, Miku. Were you doing some Fallout today? You're doing Marvel Rivals today. Miku's another really cool streamer. Met her through a mutual streamer friend of mine. But yeah, let me finish my thought real quick. But yeah, so St. Louis, actually, before COVID hit the group hard. Before COVID, we actually had the Twitch St. Louis meetup group that we would actually do regular meetups, talk about streams. We had several partners in the area, several large streamers that have been around, many people on YouTube, many people on Facebook, many people on Twitch. And we were second in the nation only to Chicago. Like, we were huge. COVID hit us incredibly hard because it pretty much killed all the local areas. Went to St. Louis Garden a few weeks ago. Hey, I'm still here. I know where you are. You're very much west of me. And I remember where you are, Miku. You should have brought me your printer. I would have taken it off your hands. Yeah, so St. Louis is pretty cool. Met a lot of cool people through them. One of the major partners here that unfortunately had some really, not to say it wasn't deserved, had some really bad things happen. He was unfortunately going after women in an unrespectful way, and I'll leave it at that. He's no longer a streamer, no longer in content creation, and is dealing with his own problems now. But he got me into streaming, and since then I've kind of wanted to carry that torch forward, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been amazing. So yeah, this year I couldn't stream last year just because my son was 2 years old, and if you have kids, you'll understand that the terrible twos are a very, very real thing. So I didn't feel like I had enough time to put the attention towards my son as well as still maintain a constant streams. So I kind of took a break, and then for Christmas this year, my wife gave me the okay to refurb my entire streaming setup. So I ended up getting a new microphone boom, new really nice mixer. I need to get a new capture card, but yeah, it's been a journey, and I've been streaming again since January, and it's been a ton of fun. Chatting Gray Zone, but nothing top secret other than it's awesome. Yeah. Yep. Nothing top secret. Nothing top secret other than that point 3 is going to be really fun. Well, thank you. We went to the St. Louis Garden. Yep. We made a really short trip. Otherwise I would have messaged you. That's fair. You know, I never try to impose on anybody. If you're in the area and you want to say hi, by all means, look me up. Dusky and Garbage did, which is our mutual friends. They looked me up when they came through. We ended up having lunch at a really good Mexican restaurant. Pretty cool. Kids don't give a shit if you have a mic on. Yeah. Yep. there was three major problems to update. Yeah, I can't talk about it. Unfortunately. But yeah, it's I I will say that I got to try out a lot of the things we saw in the devlog, which was the new weapons, the weather systems, things they've talked about with the cops, and the smooth zooming and the new scopes. I tried all of those. You have something to look forward to. That's all I can say. Again, in order to be in the early playtest, you have to be under an NDA. And I can't, unfortunately, I can't really disclose a lot of it. As much as I want to, especially as a content creator, I'm like, I can make content about this. No, I really can't, unfortunately. But it is something to look forward to. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it should be really cool, and should be really looking forward to it. I will say the DVR is a little buggy right now, but it is as sweet as it looks. Did not really try the MCX much, but yeah, we have a lot to look forward to. And I will say, yeah, they're adding, excuse me, not the DVR. It's the DMR. The SVD is the first DMR in the game. They kind of showcase the SVD. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm sorry. I meant to say DMR, the Designated Marksman Rifle. It's a lot of fun. Again, it is what you see in the devlogs. I can't expand beyond the devlog. So you've seen the SVD. It's a thing. I tried it. It's a thing. The MCX is a thing. I tried it. It's a thing. The Skull Crusher, it let me put night vision goggles on with no helmet, which is what everyone thought it was going to be, right? So it's pretty cool. A lot of good changes coming. A lot of cool things happening. Stay tuned to Gray Zone. I can't hype it up enough. It's going to be awesome. But yeah, Miku, glad to see you here. I saw you live. I didn't have an opportunity to go say hi just because I was kind of busy with some classwork. So yeah, I'm finally finishing my degree. I'm getting real close to finishing it. So, but yeah, we're taking a break from Gray Zone for a little while, just because I don't want, as I told Reximus, I don't want to burn myself out. It's been an awesome experience. I got to put in several hours into the 0.3. Yep, I'm getting my bachelor's in cybersecurity, which is already what I do. I'm a hacker. It's, at this point I'm pretty much writing the books as I go. It's kind of funny that they're like, "Oh yeah, we're going to do programming." I'm like, "Oh god." As someone that's actually a very seasoned and experienced programmer that's worked on several corporate projects with millions of lines of code, we get into like, we're going to make a hello world. I'm like, "Oh god." Well, here, let me write it in a form so you click a button and it says, "Hello world," across the screen, right? Does that satisfy the assignment? Not to show off or anything. Oop. Yes, I'm going Sneak Archer. I'm not really going Sneak Archer. I'm going Archer just because I love playing archers in these kinds of games. Some college class for that exact reason. Yeah, and, it's very clear that all my instructors have been very understanding that I know what I'm doing. I'm here for the grade. And leave me alone. One instructor actually marked me down on something, and it was very funny. That particular instructor, whoops, I didn't mean to actually do that. That particular instructor was, he's a good guy, but I ended up having background in computer science programming. Very nice. Yeah, I was a programmer in the Air Force, specifically dealing in cybersecurity. Still Bethesda. Got it. Yep, I marked it so I can come back later. Typically when something like that happens in stream, I will go, I have a stream deck here. I mark it on my stream. That way I can come back later, review the highlights, and go clip that. Because, yeah, that's clip worthy. I mean, I'm literally 5 minutes into the game and already have that. It happens. It's one of the things I always tell programmers is that you don't think comments are important because I'm going to be the only user of this. The problem is, as soon as you set it down for a week and come back to it, you've written Egyptian hieroglyphics and have no idea how to translate it. So, I now have certain standards of code that I write to, even for my own personal projects, specifically for that reason, that I know that, all right, I wrote it this way, that means it must be doing this. And in my line of career, that, as I mentioned, I'm a hacker. It's actually legitimately what I do. I'm a penetration tester. So I break into cybersecurity systems, physical systems, things like that. I'm legitimately a legal bad guy. To help expose security weaknesses to otherwise enhance it. Knowing coding, especially Python and some other areas, really is a boon in my job. Tried getting some open source projects and the comments were awful. Yeah, no. I've seen those kinds of things and like, they're awful. I'm just like, how do you people do anything? Why? I've seen the things I've seen in my programming career. I've seen someone literally have the program throw an exception that was later caught and thrown out just because they wanted to catch all of there. I'm like, why? Why are you throwing random stack dumps to an exception handler that is doing nothing with it? Why not fix the stack dump itself? Why are we doing this? Yeah. Bash, PowerShell, and Python are some of the big ones I use. I also know, I mean, I'm literally studying C# and I'm studying C# and on PHP. Oh God. I'm studying C# and C++ right now, both of which I have an extensive background in. And then I'm a huge Linux guy. Before I did pen testing and security, I was actually a Unix administrator, which was hilarious because I was the youngest one in my career field by far. But yeah, I did a lot of Unix and AIX experience, so I kind of... Woo! Excuse me. Thank you for not noticing me. So yeah, I know a lot about Linux. I love Linux as a guru. Specifically, that's one of the main reasons I'm looking forward to the SteamOS release. Is I built this computer. This exact computer I'm running on has 4 NVMe drives in it, all on M.2 slots. 2 of them are 2 terabytes. 2 of them are 4 terabytes. Fish. Hey, Noah. Don't have a fish command, but I do have a lot of other commands. The whole intention of the system having two terabytes and 2 4 terabytes is one of those sets of drives was going to be for Windows, and one of those sets of drives is going to be for Linux. And I've just never gotten a Linux distro to run very well yet that I felt comfortable enough to be dual booting. How you doing today, Noah? Happy Wednesday. What is a fish command? Okay, someone's going to have to educate me. What's fish? Is that like a fishing? It's on my stream. Okay. What is a fish command? Okay, yeah, I've seen that. When someone subs or raids to you, you have that little fishing minigame. Yep, I've seen that. We used to play a minigame here called Stream Raiders. But unfortunately, that entire company, after being around for like 4 or 5 years, went under in March, unfortunately. And it was sad. That was our go-to, like, I need a BRB screen game. Yeah, Stream Captain, the entire company went under. So Stream Raiders and Stream Captains shut down effectively March 1st, unfortunately. Yep, that was on there. That was on there. The entire Stream Captain suite went offline. That's Nitro Stream Racing. That's Chef Squad. Chef Squad was Nitro Stream Racing. They shut off immediately with the announcement. They said there's literally less than 12 players worldwide, so they turned that one off immediately. But they were in a situation where they just could not pull a profit, so they just flat out ran out of money. The people that were working there knew that they weren't getting paid. And yeah, it just downhill, unfortunately. And like I said, when they made that announcement in February, I want to say, it was real sad. Because like I said, just for you, Miku, and I knew that was one of your go-tos. That was my go-to mini game for the stream. I think we're playing on Adept. Let me see. It's in here somewhere. I know it is. I think it's in here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Difficulty level, Adept. Yep. So, right smack dab in the middle. I figured that's pretty good, seeing as how I've played Skyrim, I played Elder Scrolls Online, which is, of course, a very different game from in this tutorial and see how see how the rats. All right, we can do that. But I played Skyrim, was a sneak archer in Skyrim, and it's not that I was like, oh, I'm adhering to the meta. No, I actually love playing archers in these kinds of games. But they hit so much harder, I can imagine. But I like playing archers in general. Which is funny because in ESO, I actually appreciate mages more. Like, I've got a necromancer in ESO that I like a lot. I've got a nightblade that I kind of leveled up and then did nothing with, but my sorcerer is by far my highest level character in that game. Oh, Jesus. That man took no damage! Oh, shit, wrong button. Oh, god damn. You weren't kidding. That hurts. I was going to go Spell Sword, but ended up going Knight as a Nord. Fair enough. I like Khajiits. I love my cats. So we are a Khajiit. Yeah, that hurts a lot. And it's funny because, like, yeah, they do. They really do. It's funny because, like, one of the things that, oh shit, did I just shortcut that by mistake? No. Okay, good. Let's do that. Because one of the things I actually, you know, one of the games I just tried to play recently is Avowed. And I don't know if you all saw that. That's Obsidian Entertainments, who did Fallout New Vegas and a few things like that. That's their new game. And honestly, not a fan. It tried to be Skyrim without the underlying things that made Skyrim great, which was like the crafting system. It's on my list since it's on Game Pass. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think it was a good game because it's missing a lot of what I love about Skyrim. That Skyrim has the crafting systems in it. It's got the like potion mixing, enchanting, things like that, and it was not great. It didn't have any of that in there, and I was like, yeah, this is just Skyrim with just combat and storytelling. And it's like, nah, that's Skyrim. ESO is so much more than that, and it's kind of sad that they didn't include some of that stuff in there. I understand why, but it's still, I wanted more. I really did. It left me wanting. Now, to compare, I'm pretty sure that was a headshot. That's why the Avowed storyline actually seems really interesting. Yes, combat was very meh. I appreciate, so, they gave you a lot of variety of weapons to play your style. So I was doing the Dishonored route. I had a pistol and a saber for my primary, and then my secondary was actually a flintlock rifle. Worked very well. It was a lot of fun. The combat abilities are pretty solid. You know, they got the voice actor for Garrus from Mass Effect in there to play one of the companions. I thought that was a nice touch. Sorry about the bang. But in general, it's still very meh. Like, the upgrade system wasn't developed well. So, like, when I got a weapon and I wanted to upgrade it, well, now you have to go farm enemies for certain things, and you require one of each item to upgrade it. And it's like, you can only do it in encampments, and rather than, like, going and smithing your own gear. And I was like, yeah, so they're missing the smithing, they're missing the mining, they're missing the alchemy. And I was like, if this had these underlying support mechanisms and also like that survival aspect that Skyrim like minimally touched on, it would be so much of a better game. Like, that would be an easy contender for an ESO game. And they just chose not to put that in there. Combat was okay, though. combat's, well, to be fair, combat was the only thing you could do in the game other than run around and talk. The NPCs, I know one of the things that Obsidian gets knocked on quite a bit was that the NPCs felt lifeless. I didn't really think that. I didn't get that feeling, but again, I'm not that in tune to it. They seemed okay to me, given the environment they were in and aspects of that. I mean, it wasn't Larian level of Baldur's Gate 3 by any means, but for, you know, a non-AAA developer, it was something I would equate to, okay, it was good enough, is what I would say. I wouldn't get it at full price. I will say that. Do not buy it at full price. If it goes on sale, probably worth it. What is the price of it right now? Let's go find out. Avowed is currently $70. Yeah, do not buy that at full price. If it goes down to about $40, probably worth it. At $70, no. No. Yep. What's its ratings at right now? I don't even know. Let's find out. Oh, Noah, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Buying stuff on sale is awesome. Yeah. So, Reximus, let me give you some streamer tips here, okay? You don't feel like you need to share this, but let's come out here and let me check something out here. Let's check this out here. So, did I get that name right? There we go. Yeah. So let's see here. You're averaging 10 viewers right now, which is great. And Miku, for that matter, since she's out here as well. Any streamer really can take advantage of some of this. So you're doing really well. You've got consistent streams going on. This is what this and where is it? Where's your follower? That. Work to get your follower up, and then what you can do is if you're above 5 average viewers, which you are, there's this great little website called keymailer.com. And the reason why I put the /G in there is because I just happen to know that I can't go to the main page, otherwise it's going to dump me out. That appears to be offline right now. .co, come on, /G, there. There we go. So there's this nice little website out here called Keymailer. Keymailer, the whole intention of this website is to unify and build a bridge between streamers and game developers. So if you're big into indie games like I am, you can come out here, register, link your Twitch account, link your YouTube account, and then you can actually come out here and request keys to these individual games. Some of them may be pre-approved. You can see, like, I've actually gotten quite a few games that I've had. That's not even all of them there. But they also do giveaways. They also have campaigns. Like, I actually got invited to go to this Nova Game Expo as a content creator. They have all sorts of games out there. The fact that Oblivion's on there, which is actually promoted, you can request a key to this if you wanted to. Now, you may not have it fulfilled. It's fair. But as you continuously do coverage, and the whole catch is that when you get a key, you have to cover the game, or when you request a key, you kind of decide, do I want to actually play this game? And how much will I commit to actually making content for this game? So it might be like, hey, I need to create content for, like, Reality Break. You can see I did two things of content for, which one was on my YouTube channel, one was on my Keymail, or one was on my Twitch channel, right? So that's a double whammy. So it's really nice. And then as you build reputation for doing keys, other developers offer it to you. For larger games, come on, hold on. Is that it? Nope, that's Lutris. What is the website I was just at? Oh, Gray Zone has one as well, and I've applied to be part of their content creator group. I'm trying to think of what the hell the name of their website is. I can't remember for the life of me. One sec. It's not Lutris. It's not Lutris. That's the wrong one. But yeah, I would say go check that out. Good way to get some free games. Expand that library. Let's see here. There we go. Lure kit. That's it. Here we are. Come on. Give me that. So lure kit's another big one. Yeah, it can be. I've gotten, and it's also kind of cool to meet developers, by the way. A lot of them, there is a Discord. There is a Discord. And there's a socials for my link tree. But yeah, so this one's pretty nice. That there's actually, you can come out here and sign up for campaigns out here. Like there's Last Epoch. Oh, yeah, I appreciate that. Did I already give, I think I gave you roles already. Or maybe not. Nope, I did not. Let me set that. There we go. Cool. Yeah, so this is another good website for it. Gray Zone is on this, and they actually have a creator program out here. Okay, so yeah, I didn't give you roles. I specifically have roles going out to be... I specifically have roles going out to... that keeps spammers out of there that you can't post. Yeah, there's Gray Zone Warfare. So I've applied to be part of here. They can give you a free key. Yeah. I've had, when I first started streaming, I didn't have it that locked. Someone joined me in Discord and started screaming racist terms across their microphone, so it came across my stream. Yeah, do not want to do that again. But yeah, they've got some they got some cool stuff out here. This is another big one. Another area you can go to is Loot Drop. Is that it? Dare Drop, that's it. Dare Drop is big. They also offer... They also offer some programs out here. So you can come out here and... for creators. Let me see here. Well... Dare Drop is pretty cool because what they'll do is they will... they challenge you to do certain in-game challenges for keys. So you'll redeem a game, they'll give you a key to the game, and then you will stream that game and you can complete certain challenges to unlock additional keys that you can gift out to your community. Also, you may download the reshading mod for Oblivion. It uses the original light. I saw that. Yeah, you're talking about the Alid one? Yeah, I've seen that on Nexus. It's amazing how big Nexus got almost immediately after this game released. Which, I still, to this day, people ask me, what is the best impulse buy you ever purchased? For me, I bought a lifetime subscription to Nexus mods. On a whim. It was down to $40 for a lifetime sub, and I did it. That is coming so handy for games like Bannerlord 2, Cyberpunk. Yeah, I've had a lifetime sub to Plex for forever. I have my Plex server hosted on 160 terabyte NAS, which is what I was kind of talking about at the beginning of the stream. That's getting a huge upgrade in a little bit. With my new processor I've got coming in, I've got, what's even more amazing about that is I've filled 150 terabytes of that. But I've got my new processor coming in tomorrow. I've got my new motherboard off to the side. I just bought a new AIO cooler that's actually got a nice, thick radiator on it. So that should be really nice. I do not need all of that. We're going to drop all of that. That should unencumber me. Then with that, I've got... I'm going to be upgrading this machine. My 9800X3D and the current motherboard is going to my 4K machine upstairs, which is the computer that my wife and I play games on. We do a lot of controller-based games up there. We do a lot of... so like, the last game my wife and I played together was It Takes Two, and we're working our way through Split Fiction right now on the computer upstairs. And that's on my 4K 85-inch OLED screen, which is amazing to game on, hooked up to a Dolby Atmos 5.4.1 system. It is pretty impressive to game up there. But yeah, so we're going to be playing some games on that one. I'm going to be upgrading that machine. specifically because I want to, it's struggling really bad at 4K. It's got a 3080 Ti in it, and it's just, 3080 Ti doesn't do 4K content well, unfortunately. So I'm going to give it that new processor, give it that, it's currently got an i9 9900K. That's going to go to my server, which I actually do have my own home lab. And my server is running an i5 9600K. That's going to be going into my NAS, which is, you'll love this. My NAS is running an i5 2500K on DDR3 RAM. That's how old that is. That's pushing all that storage. So that's going the way of the dodo, and going to be getting rid of that motherboard and that processor and upgrading all that to more standard stuff to actually be able to utilize that better. Oh, yeah, I have a machine for the TV, but I'm trying to get my wife into more of those modern games. I had her play through some fun single player, and she enjoyed those. Yeah. I'm running a 3080 on that as well. Yeah. That, my wife has a computer off to the side. She's not interested in upgrading it at all. I'd be happy to upgrade it for her. But that is an i7 7600K, and her 2080 Ti died. It was a water-cooled 2080 Ti. There's nothing wrong with the PCB, but the water pump died. So I've been trying to find a stock cooler, air cooler, to put on that card, and that would be absolutely fine. That is also got a... Yeah, it's an i7 7700K with 30... I think I threw a 4070 in it because they happened to be cheap at the time I bought them. I think hers has got a 4070 in it. But yeah. She used to game a lot before we had our son, and then she kind of lost interest into it. But for what she does, she primarily just plays World of Warcraft and doesn't really play anything newer, so that's completely fine for her. I love my 4070 Ti Super. Yeah, I think that's what I bought her. I think I got her a 4070 Ti and just threw it in there. She lost interest. Both. Honestly, both. She wants to play games like Legend of Zelda. She wants to play those games. She is not interested in the new Switch in the slightest, and neither am I. That they are asking stupidly ridiculous prices for games on that, and I'm not going to be suckered into that. So I'm going to get rid of this. That is what it is. As much as I like the new Switch's design, it's just not worth it to pay $90 a game. Oh, shit. I'll be honest. I have not tried Breath of the Wild. If you're curious, remember how I said I have 160 terabytes of storage? About 50 terabytes of that is all game backups. Mirror, we are not buying a new Switch just for fucking Mario Party and whatever and never to use it again. Yeah, which is exactly what my Switch does right now. I bought it specifically to play Tears of the Kingdom and some other Mario Party games, things like that. And then I found out that there's such a thing called a Switch emulator that runs on my Steam Deck flawlessly. So I play Hyrule Warriors on that, which I legally own all these games. They just play better on PC. So Hyrule Warriors, we actually, I want to say 2 years ago, I beat Metroid Dread using Yuzu. I downloaded the game cart from my Switch to my PC and played Metroid Dread in 1440p at 60 FPS. Nintendo, eat your fucking heart out, right? It was so much better of an experience. It really was. A Pi, non-tech guy, and I'm on board with it. Yeah, a Raspberry Pi is not bad. Game prices, yeah, I'm not happy about that at all. Actually, on my YouTube channel, it's funny because earlier today I was going over my rant of AAA gaming and how bad and how greedy they've gotten. And it's been said for years that nobody hates Nintendo fans as much as Nintendo. GTA 6 is in a weird spot for me. I hate to say it, but I'm a video game activist. I have a lot of principles when it comes to video games. I appreciate Rockstar. I really do. They seem to really give a damn about their community. I hate Take-Two. If Rockstar were to split from Take-Two, I would be all about getting GTA 6. But given that GTA 6 isn't coming to PC, I don't know if you know that, but GTA 6 has not been announced for PC. They've announced it for PS5 and Xbox only. And given some of the slimy shit Take-Two has put together, I mean, this is a company that literally sent the Pinkertons to harass people. No joke. They ended up, they took down a YouTube channel for spreading GTA 5 leaks. And it was readily available information. The guy just said he compiled all of it, put together all of the lists, and released it in YouTube videos. And Take-Two went after him for DMCA complaints, shit like that. Awful. So, he sued him. He sued Take-Two and won, which is the next impressive thing. And then Take-Two literally sent private investigators and goons to his house, to his place of work, started calling his friends, started calling his family. It's like, in what world is this okay? Yeah, I'm not kidding. Yeah, excuse me, it was Red Dead Redemption. That's right. It was literally Red Dead Redemption. I'm really not kidding about this. Exactly where I'm at, Noah. So I don't support Take-Two these days. I don't, unfortunately, that may mean I may miss out a little bit on GTA 6, but to be fair, I don't think there was, after playing GTA 5 as big as I did, because what really got me into streaming, let's step back for a second here. What really got me big into streaming was I was huge into 5M and GTA 5 roleplay. It was a lot of fun. I really loved it. Really got my start in streaming, and that's how I actually ended up making affiliate. Was I ended up gaining, like, I was part of a really close community called OCRP, which was a derivative of DOJ, if you're familiar with the whole GTA 5 roleplay community. And I got really big. I mean, I gained my first 100 followers in about the course of a week just because of that community. So I'm very thankful to them. But then they purchased 5M. Take-Two purchased 5M. And my exact word, everyone's going, oh, it's great. We're actually going to have first-party support with 5M. We're going to have actually GTA 5 roleplay and Rockstar. This is going to be amazing. And my exact answer was, no, you're not. They bought 5M. I literally said, I'll go on record and state, the only reason why they're buying 5M is so they can kill it. It's costing them people in GTA Online. And sure enough, the last announcement, which came 2 months ago, was 5M is dead. Rockstar doesn't want us to pursue it anymore. And it wasn't Rockstar, it was Take-Two. Excuse me. Take-Two doesn't want us to pursue it. Called it. 2 people from St. Louis got me affiliate. You and Magdry. Yep. I am fucking super Hey, I appreciate. Don't worry about it. I love it. I can't be like, I'm not going to get this game because they're bad guys and go put a Walmart. Yeah, I don't shop at Walmart either. In all fairness, I don't shop at Walmart either. They will. I mean, they did the same thing for Red Dead Redemption 2, right? Red M was a thing. But the other company I avoid like the plague is Epic. Yep, Epic is another company that I don't forgive them for several reasons. Epic, and I say that as somebody that absolutely adored Unreal Tournament. Todd Sweeney, yeah, no. And if you aren't familiar with the whole Epic bullshit that's gone on, is that, oh, that's all good stuff. Let's step back when Epic Game Store first was conceived, right? At the time, Epic Game Store was nothing more than a idea from Todd Sweeney, right? And so they released it and said, hey, here are some free games. And what did the Epic Game Store software do? It started scanning your Steam library and started actually, I'll get into Activision Blizzard in a second, but it actually started scanning down your Steam library and finding out what games you were making or playing and things like that. And I was like, it got bad enough where several virus companies were listing the Epic Game Store launcher as malware and spyware. That's how bad it got. And as someone that works in the cybersecurity field, I was already very shy about this. So Epic gets slapped with a cease and desist from Valve, right? And they respond by saying, well, this data is very valuable to us. What can we do? Let's buy Psyonix, one of the largest games on Steam. And so they buy Psyonix, which was Rocket League. And they came out and said, we are not going to require people to link their Epic Store account to play this game. That lasted 6 months. And then suddenly you now require an Epic account that links your Steam account to Epic services. And I was like, it's kind of weird, isn't it? They get hit with a cease and desist for data gathering. And now they go out and buy one of the largest games that's mostly free on Steam and require it to submit data back to their servers? Am I the only one drawing a connection here? So that and the exclusivity bullshit they did with several games. I mean, Metro Exodus is on that list. And a few other games that there was a game called Dusk that was actually a really cool platformer and a puzzle game. That game they tried to go after for exclusivity, and the developer of Dusk went very public about it, stating that, nope, I am turning down the deal. I don't want exclusivity on your platform. However, if you want to host my game for sale, I'm willing to put it there. And they said, no, we don't want your business. It wasn't Dusk, it was Dusk. D-U-S-K, I think is what it was. But yeah, that developer was very public about, yeah, it's a very shitty company. It was a game where you played like a kid and you had to platform around and solve puzzles. Dusk may not be the right name of it, but I've seen people play it and was apparently a very good game. But my thoughts on Activision Blizzard. Fuck Bobby Kotick. Fuck Bobby Kotick. Fuck Bobby Kotick. Blizzard is not the same company as it was. Blizzard back in the day when StarCraft was at its prime and Warcraft 3 was at its prime was a passion of a company to be part of. And it was a wonderful company to be a part of. The red flag for Blizzard for me is when Chris Metzen left. Metzen was one of the huge advocates in Blizzard lore. Not just the voice of Thrall, but he was also big into Warcraft. He was big into he was actually one of the original artists for Warcraft 1 and 2. Yeah. Quake, I'll get into Quake. There's one company I haven't touched on yet, and you reminded me about that. Bethesda's okay, but I'll get into Quake here in a bit. But yeah. Blizzard started off as a passion project, and they built from there. Warcraft 3 was amazing. StarCraft 1 and Brood War was really good. I really loved them. And they were a really solid company. I mean, for a longest period of time, while I was growing up, and when I was getting out of high school, it was everybody's dream to work for Blizzard. I want to go make video games for Blizzard. Then they merged with Activision, and everyone kept saying, well, this is bad. And this is around 2004, 2005. So 2005, we got Call of Duty Modern Warfare, which is a fantastic game. I loved Call of Duty. Back on the Activision of Eld, way back when, it was amazing. Call of Duty United Offensive, Call of Duty 1 was fantastic games. I loved them. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and then they started shifting. With Modern Warfare 2 came the whole big controversy of dedicated servers. So that pissed the PC community off horribly. It was like, we want dedicated servers. We want dedicated servers. And they're like, no, you're not getting dedicated servers. Now, Modern Warfare 2 was still pretty fun. I appreciated Modern Warfare 2. But to really explain the difference about how much I enjoyed it, I played a quite bit decent in Modern Warfare 2. When Black Ops 1 came out, Black Ops 1 offered dedicated servers. It was phenomenal for the PC gaming market because now we can manage our own server. We can ban hackers out of it, people that don't get along. I loved it. I instantly fell into a community there and loved it. Yeah, Black Ops 1. And Black Ops 1 was like a Tom Clancy game. The story of it was amazing. The multiplayer aspect was so good. I was a hardcore player in hardcore. I loved it. It was a ton of fun. That was really the last Call of Duty I liked. I hate to say it that way, but that is the last Call of Duty I legitimately took seriously. They kept getting greedy is the thing. Now, Quake, never played Black Ops 2. Nope. As soon as I saw they did away with dedicated servers, I skipped it. Skipped on. I got the new, and I will say this, the last Call of Duty game I bought was the new Modern Warfare. I bought the new Modern Warfare because they said one thing, and it caught my attention. They said, we're not putting the Battle Royale into Modern Warfare. Okay. Got my mind. And they're focusing on hardcore. I'll give it a shot. And I enjoyed it. And then guess what they did? Here's the Battle Royale map into Modern Warfare. Great. Yep. And like I said, in my rant, I literally said, what AAA gaming is missing these days is originality. And I actually asked this question of my stream back then. What was the last new IP that Activision released? What was the last new IP that EA released? What was the last new IP that Ubisoft released? And I actually it's still the answer, which is hilarious. The last new IP from Ubisoft was Skull and Bones. The quadruple A gaming. You know? Yeah, there's a reason why Ubisoft got bought by Tencent. Activision Blizzard, now that Kotick is gone, because Kotick, what pissed me off about Kotick, outside of the whole sexual harassment scandal, which don't get me started on that, he is on record stating that I don't care how good a game is as long as it makes money. Yeah, no, fam. No. And he's also one of the people that when Baldur's Gate 3 exploded, Larian set out for the objective. Larian's one of the companies I respect who did Divinity Original Sin 2 and Baldur's Gate 3. When Larian produced Baldur's Gate 3 and it exploded like it did, number one, EA and Activision were two of the companies that came out and said, that's just rare. That's not the standard. It used to be. You look at what BioWare used to do with Knights of the Old Republic, with Mass Effect, with Neverwinter Nights. Holy fuck. BioWare used to make games like this. Just because it's not the standard anymore doesn't mean it didn't used to be. Yeah. Yep. I love Neverwinter Nights. I played a Red Dragon Disciple Sorcerer and loved it. And that's honestly what bothers me about Baldur's Gate 3. It's a fantastic game. I just wish I didn't have to control my AI teammates. If I could play my character in the realm of Neverwinter Nights, I'd be so happy, much more happy with Baldur's Gate 3. I'm trying to make a shooter for Ubisoft. I forget the name, but it's no longer active. The old COD devs, when Modern Warfare 2 released, split into two companies. I know the one you're talking about, and I can't remember the one for Ubisoft, but they also went to EA and formed Respawn Entertainment, which obviously made Titanfall and Apex Legends. And even that got gutted. But Quake and those areas, like Unreal Tournament and Quake, with the arena shooters of old, if there's one company I still have a lot of faith in, even if they're owned by Bethesda, is id. Like, I've personally, and I will admit I'm a little biased when it comes to id. I used to go to QuakeCon down in Dallas. I think it's Dallas. It may be Houston. I think it's Dallas. I used to go down to QuakeCon. I have 3 copies of Quake 4. Like, it's one of the games I've bought so many times. It's just that fun. But id is one of those companies that, like, yeah, it was made by, well, if you're not familiar with John Romeo and John Carmack, I highly recommend you look them up and some of the stupid shit they've done to make video games. There was a great segment in the Netflix series, what was it? It was a video game documentary, and they specifically went through it. But I used to go down to QuakeCon to the point where staff knew me real well at QuakeCon. And one of the ironic things happened is, this was back in 2008. I got invited to the Wolfenstein 2008 release party because id Software was hosting a release party right outside, and the staff of QuakeCon was invited. And so my date at the time, who happened to be on one of the main senior staff members at QuakeCon, was like, hey, you want to come? And I was like, sure. So I show up, and me being the introvert little nerd I am, I was like, all right, I'm just going to go sit at the bar. So I'm sitting at the bar, and this guy sits down next to me, and we just spark up a conversation. And, you know, real cool guy, you know, very, very down-to-earth guy, just sitting there shooting the shit about how video games and things like that. And he gets up and walks away, and it's time to leave. And my date goes, so how was he? And I was like, how was who? And he goes, you were sitting next to John Carmack. I was like, what? It's like, excuse me? It's like, I didn't even realize that was fucking John Carmack. Like the guy who invented server client communication. The guy like that's behind the whole element of the PC being able to render real-time graphics. It's like, oh my God, I sat next to John Carmack and didn't even know it? Holy shit. So the joke about John Carmack is that like I said, he made Commander Keen. So gaming back in the 80s, let's drop back way back when. The NES was released, and then they released Super Mario Brothers and Super Mario Brothers 3. And had it was able to make side-scrolling on PC like NES, yeah. So they had these side-scrolling elements that the NES was just able to compute. And PC just couldn't break that barrier. They didn't know why. So we had like games like Sierra Online that made King's Quest and those kinds of games where you could literally see the environment draw on the screen as you did screen transitions. It was pretty cool. But that wasn't good enough for Carmack. So Carmack literally sat down and figured it out. And he told Romeo, I'm going to figure this out. So they had already built Commander Keen at this time. And Romeo came in Monday morning to find a disc sitting on his computer. And it said Commander Keen in the Land of Copyright Infringement. And it was Commander Keen in the first World 1-1 of Super Mario Bros. 3 that Carmack had programmed. That he'd finally figured it out how to do the side-scrolling and do live updates to the screen in a smooth manner. And he put Commander Keen in the first Mario level. Carmack also, like, I'm not kidding, he also did do the basis of IPX communication and figured out the very beginning roots of client-server communication that even still today multiplayer games rely on. So it's just, yeah, he is my nerd hero, right? He is absolutely my nerd hero.
Protect the Emperor until help arrives.
Help? What makes you think help will get here before more of those battles?
Here they come again.
I mean, I'm 37.
Glenroy, over here!
Did I just shoot the wrong guy? I'm gonna shoot the guys with the glowing...
Damn it, it's that prisoner again. Kill her. She might be working with the assassins.
No, she is not one of them.
But yeah, so...
help us.
Yeah, I've been a
must
video
help
gamer
us.
for years.
As you wish, sire.
They cannot understand why I trust you. They've not seen what I've seen. How can I explain? Listen, you know the nine.
This is when
how
Uriel
they
Septim
guide
pulls
our
out the
fates
loot
with
that
an
he got
invisible
from like that
hand.
one dream sequence in Next Generation, right? Because yeah, I know that's Patrick Stewart. I feel younger than I have in a long time. So I've been on a personal journey now for kind of stalled last year, but now 2 years, that I have dropped nearly 45 pounds since last year. So I feel younger than I have felt in a long time. Gonna lurk and listen while I drive to the dispensary? No problem, Miku. "41 is the new 21? No, it's not. I'm 38 this year, and I can verifiably say, at 21, I was a lot more things. Horny being one of the most big ones of that. But no, I am much more intelligent now than I ever was at 21.
I've served the nine all my days, and I chart my course.
Let's
by
be
the
honest, we were all young, dumb, and full of cum, right?
skies are marked with numberless sparks, each a fire, and every one a sign. I know these stars well, and I wonder, Which sign marked your birth?
Oh boy. Let's see here. I forgot this was a thing. Love it, man. Next DJ set will just need to be some jazz and chill. I used to DJ. You want to know how old I am? I used to DJ in Second Life. Sad, but I'm happy about it. I mean, at least you're accepting about it. Oh, let's see here. Can be used once per day. Reflects 5% damage of all incoming damage for 120 seconds. Can be used once per day. Yeah, no worries. Enjoy your BRB. Matter of fact, I need to find out when my wife is coming home. Which, if you're not familiar, if you really want to screw with me, there is a point redemption if you get enough points that you can make me text my wife a question. I've had some interesting ones, like, especially on stream, that it's been like, can you bring me some toilet paper? She is currently at work with, she works at a daycare with our son. So I typically stream until she gets home. Say 20s have been full of marijuana. That's fair. I didn't try THC until I was 35. No shit. I was a good boy. Well, I say that. I haven't ever tried marijuana. Ever. I have taken the Delta 8 and Delta 9 variants of THC, but never really tried marijuana. It's legal here in Missouri. I like how Miku's like, I'm going to the dispensary. Wait, we're talking about marijuana? Maybe I'm waiting for a little bit. Anxiety and depression, not going through competitive sports and the demand of it, and the injuries. I started taking THC, Delta 9, specifically for insomnia. That I'm medical. Yep. I started taking it specifically around for I'm not medical at all, but it's now legal here in Missouri, so I'm at a long line of stopped cars. I found out that Delta 9, and so I struggle with insomnia horribly. I mean, horribly. So there are nights I just can't sleep. Like last night was that for me, or nights. Actually, last night was the night I went to bed, woke up 2 hours later and couldn't sleep the rest of the night. So I went to bed at 9 o'clock last night, woke up at 11, and didn't fall back to sleep until 5 this morning. But I found out Delta 9 helps with that quite a bit. Like, it actually makes me drowsy, and I stay asleep. So I started taking it to help me with insomnia. I can't take it right now because I'm on some medication that interacts with it in a very bad way, and I don't like having heart attacks. Yep. I developed insomnia in the military, specifically because we were trained to ignore your body being tired, right? We would force ourselves to stay asleep, and even now, I am one of the most alert people you will ever see asleep, just because like a sound will wake me up, like a door opening wakes me up, and I am fully awake. Grants invisibility. Increases movement speed by 25. That one seems like that one could actually be, although the thief. Oh, the thief looks really good. Yeah, we're going thief.
The signs I read show the end of my path. My death, a necessary end, will come when it will come.
God, they did such an upgrade to this guy. Looks so
Your
good.
stars are not mine. Today the thief shall guide your steps on the road to destiny.
Yeah, Miku. When I was in the military, I took Ambien. Would not recommend. Ambien disconnects your body from your head. I have no memory of this, but apparently I tried to stab my, at the time, girlfriend, my now wife, with a pair of scissors. I also tried to burn my apartment down. Don't recall doing any of that.
My dreams grant me no opinions of success. Their compass ventures not beyond the doors of death. But in your face, I behold the sun's companion. The dawn of Akatosh's bright glory may banish the coming darkness.
See, where is my
With
wife
such
anyway?
hope, And with the promise of your aid, my
Okay.
heart must be satisfied.
All right, looks like she may have just gotten off work. So I'll have to see what she wants to do for dinner. Hey, the Jet. How you doing today?
No trophies of my triumphs precede me.
We're having a grand old time
I
talking
have
about random
lived
shit.
well, and my ghost shall
Thank you so much for
rest
the follow. I appreciate that. How
Men
close are we to
but flesh and
1,000?
blood. They know their doom, but not the hour. In this, I am
Gotta go check this.
blessed to see the hour of my death. To
We've got to be
face
getting
my
close.
apportioned
Oh,
fate.
wow. We are 21 away.
Gotta be getting close.
Oh, wow. We are 21 away. Shut up, me. That's what I get for opening my own damn stream in the middle of stream. Shit. I hit 1,000 before, but Twitch did a purge, and apparently I had a bunch of bots following me that I have no idea. So I ended up losing about 300 followers. Which is fine. This gives me another objective to go after. Let's see here. I just realized, so I'm looking at my stream, and I just saw who's playing Marathon. Holy shit, Pestly's playing Marathon. Not gonna admit, I'm jealous.
I go to my grave. A tongue shriller than all the music calls me. You shall follow me yet for a while. Then we must part.
Marathon...
You may as well make yourself useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close.
Marathon... I want to try before I judge it. I feel like it could be good, but I worry about Bungie. I said this earlier today on another streamer that I follow, but Destiny taught us that Bungie can make a really good game when they're focused. Destiny 2 showed us that they can completely destroy that game when they're not. One thing Bungie does well is that they do gunplay incredibly well. Let's do hibachi. I haven't had hibachi in a while. Hold on one second. My wife just messaged me. I worry because Bungie specifically, they didn't garner a lot of faith with me when they split from Activision Blizzard, because they specifically blamed the microtransactions on pressure from Activision, and then they split and the microtransactions got worse. So they haven't garnered a lot of faith in my mind. I feel like they could do gunplay really well, but an extraction shooter made by Bungie and the color scheme of the game. Let me kind of demonstrate what I mean by this a little bit here. So when I come in here, like, this looks bland to me. A lot of whites, a lot of grays, a lot of putrid yellows and greens, and some red to contrast it. That looks really bland to me. And then looking at more of the environment, it looks much the same. So I'm very, very, very cautious about it. It is. It is indeed an alpha. Half-Life. Oh boy. Well, Half-Life is Valve. And Valve has garnered a lot of faith with me that, can't forget Half-Life. Yo, yeah, environment. I heard it's going to improve environmental-wise. I hope so. Valve has done some amazing things for video gaming. I will say this. And Reximus, if you're around, I'm curious to know your thoughts on this. My dream for Gray Zone is, you might notice that level 50 is currently the max level. There's nothing wrong with that. But it ends at the rank of Lieutenant Colonel, which I found very odd. Lieutenant Colonel being an 05. But you can also have the full bird colonel, which is 06, Lieutenant General, Major General, and yeah, you've got 4 general ranks up there too. And it's like, why are we ending at Lieutenant Colonel? My dream for Gray Zone, which I would absolutely adore, is if they got big enough that once you got done with Terminal Initiative or whatever the final quest will be in Le Mans, you go to a different map. and that has a different theme around it. So like a snow theme, start doing urban warfare in that area, like Siberia, that you go to different areas and actually have a different environment to go fight in. I don't know if they're planning to add seasons to Gray Zone, but I would absolutely love a change of pace in between the forest. Eric's got me into Gray Zone. It's been amazing. Yeah, Gray Zone is amazing. Oh shit, I like that idea. Yeah. I mean, that's clearly 5 years down the road at the earliest, right? Requesting what? My son, I have no idea what he's asking for. Like deploy another map. Yeah, exactly. Like, someone put it in the Reddit that they would like to have a hideout of sorts. Like, I don't know if you played Tarkov at all, but you do kind of have that hideout that you can make ammo, you can make different things, and I think that Gray Zone would benefit from that. The way I foresee that working is that understanding how the game kind of works a little bit. No, not for a while, but yeah, you should at least know what the hideout is then. I would love to see. I would love to see like you have that when you start the game, you're in a hideout. You load into your hideout, and you can develop different areas of that for like food, vending, things whatnot. Interact with vendors, interact with your stash, build weaponry there, have a better repair system there, and then you would choose whether or not you wanted to, which mission you want to accept. Do you want to deploy conflict or joint operations, so PvP or PvE? And you would fly into the forward operation base on a chopper, right? There would be a dedicated landing zone that players joining the server would actually fly in and land at. Now, the forward operation base would operate exactly as it should, but the next catch is that it gives realism to the forward operation base. Noah, I'm in the weather update. I've played the weather update. I can't talk about it, but I'm in the 0.3 playtest. It's really good. I will say you should be hyped for it. It does look great. I can't talk about it. I'm under an NDA. But yeah, I would love that if the forward operation base acted as a forward operation base, right? Because right now it's just sort of a place to go back to. It's not really a forward operation base, it's a headquarters. Oh. Yeah, you should be hyped. It's pretty good. The Gray Zone has a people ask me, I when I was streaming Gray Zone, I have plenty of people coming in offering to help and asking me if the game's worth it, things like that. And I would always come back to Gray Zone is Tarkov meets Rainbow Six Vegas Terrorist Hunt. And I love it.
We're the Emperor's bodyguards. Our job is to get him out of situations like this. Although I admit, things are not going according to plan.
But yeah, I don't know how far of it was. We kind of mentioned that Bethesda has gone dry a little bit lately. Yeah, I kind of feel like Starfield missed the mark significantly. Gives you a Tom Clancy vibe.
Sure the Emperor gets out of here alive, and I intend to do it.
You're talking about Tom Clancy's Ghosts, like Wildlands, because I could see that. To be fair, I loved Breakpoint, playing that solo. Because my favorite thing to do in Breakpoint, which isn't really viable in Gray Zone, but I carried 2 weapons on me at all times. I carried a pistol and a sniper rifle. And I loved playing on the max level difficulty, sitting there providing Overwatch, and just bam, bam, bam. Bring back Rainbow Six 3 Raven Shield. Have you tried Ready or Not? Ready or Not's more of a SWAT, but it's about the closest thing you're gonna get to Rainbow Six these days. They got me on it too. Nice. Yeah, Ready or Not, I think I'm actually in the credits as one of the early supporters. Better than Fort Knox, I mean. I didn't know Fort Knox packaged weed. Yeah, Ready or Not is... There is so much... Like, if you're familiar with the content creator Soviet Wombat and how the stupid shit he does in Arma. Arma is one of those series I can't get into. Ready or Not is one of those games that when I play with my friends, you might get a very tactical SWAT operation, or you might get the Benny Hill theme of slapstick comedy as we all explode on a door when one of the grenades doesn't go through. Arma just seems complicated. It's too much milsim, not enough fun for me. That's about the best way I can describe it. That being said, Insurgents is a game that I like a lot. That I if it had a better, by the time I got into Insurgents, the game was already kind of dying, unfortunately. But I really like Insurgents. Insurgency was a lot of fun. I really liked that one because that was a good balance between milsim and realism. Gray Zone is too, for that matter. Yeah, I mean, I always have fun when I'm playing with my guys. Squad is another game that I got convinced to buy, and no one wanted to play with me. Yeah, exactly, Miku. That's actually what makes me play a lot of MMOs. Is it's not the game, it's the people. I mean, look at games like Repo, Lethal Company, Phasmo, right? The game itself is fun, but it's the people that bring you back. On the ODM server, nice. Yeah, I mean, so, not to flex or anything, but I am sitting at 3,445 games on my Steam account. Yeah. I have a lot of games I haven't touched. Squad is one of those. So, I mean,
let us do our job, and you'll be all right.
I have no squad or game right now, right? My Steam account is old enough to drink at this point. And I say that quite happily, that it is... That is 3 weight. Okay, yeah, that's 3 weight, no value. Fine, leave them on there. But yeah, my Steam account, I got Steam back when the One system, WN, died with Counter-Strike 1.5. And, you know, I've got a 5-digit Steam ID, so I was one of the first people to actually make a Steam account. God, I will say they definitely upped the graphics here. I mean, this is even better than Skyrim. I haven't even made it through tutorial yet. I'm 2 hours into this game and haven't made it through tutorial. Just I've been enjoying the conversation so much.
Not much farther.
Oblivion, take
17, she's almost an adult. There you go. Like, oh God. I love that they react that way. That man's head just snapped backwards. The things that attract me to shooters like that are gun modification systems. And, I mean, the Gray Zone has that I can build my own weapons and have some fun with that. Tarkov definitely has it. And, I mean, hell, Tarkov damn near could write a master class in gun modifications. Why is my bow charged? Years ago, I had a PC built for me, but it was stolen. It was like a 1080 Ti when it was new, and now I have a PC. I think I have 4 or 5 1080 Ti's floating around my house right now in various computers. I've got...
Hold up. I don't like that.
I have an arcade cabinet that I have MAME running on that runs a lot of arcade games. That has got a 1080 Ti in it. I've got... Let me see here. My streaming rig has a 1080 Ti in it. My server has a 1080 Ti in it. I have got one dead 1080 Ti floating around here somewhere that I use for parts. And then my streaming rig actually has a 1080 Ti in it for mining. I actually stream on a 3060 Ti. Need to know more? About what? Oh, about 0.3? Can't do it. I don't want to piss off MFG. Yep, do not want to piss it off. I know nothing. Yeah, I know.
Looks clear.
All I can say is be looking forward to it. I tried the new features they talked about, with the exception of repairing. I actually didn't try the repair. But yeah, it's definitely something to be hyped about. Rex is laughing in Discord. I mean, one of the things I can showcase, because this isn't under NDA, I captured this during the last devlog. Let me go find it. Did I delete it already? I couldn't have. There's no way. Hold on. Oops. One sec. Hold on. I need to go find it. Here it is. So, here's what I'm going to ask. The PC got stolen. So, this is actually something they shared in the devlog that I captured a screenshot of before I even got into the playtest. This, let me blow it up. I know it's going to be bad resolution, but here you go. You can see several things here. Can't talk about what those are, even though I know. But this is the new cops that they kind of put into the locations. This was during the mortar test that they had in the devlog, so you can go find this available. But you can see the new cops about where they are. So around Midnight Sapphire, you've got 3 right around there. Around the beginning zones, you have a few there. Tiger Bay and Harrison and Diamond are going to be bloodbaths in PvP. Guaranteed it. Because Lima 1, Lima is going to be... Lima 1 is Sawmill. No, Lima 1 is the YBL, right? So that's down here. They didn't show that, unfortunately. But you can also see the weather forecast here, too. So this, like I said, this screenshot is not taken from the playtest. If it was taken from the playtest, it'd have my Steam ID and my IP all over it. So this is not from the playtest. As a matter of fact, my name isn't Snipe Dog. So this in particular has been very interesting. They kind of showcased that the calling in a mortar round. But before they did, I happened to caption the screenshot. Close it. Rex is back. I mean, I posted this on Reddit. I mean, like I said, you can clearly go find it on Reddit if you want to. But the cops look interesting, especially with where they're strategically placed. I'm very interested to see what they do with it. Now, that being said, the map in general, like if I actually come out here to, the map genie, the map in general, I am very curious to see what they do with the expansion of this. We obviously don't know what Ground Zero is going to be at all. But I'm very curious to see what they do around this area. Because we have this whole area over here that's currently unused. We have some area to the sides of the fobs that are unused. We have a trail that goes all the way over here that's unused. I am very interested to see what they do to expand upon this. I would love to see when they get to Ground Zero, if they added Tier 4 enemies that's even harder than Midnight Sapphire, Fort Nerith, and Tiger Bay. That would be really cool to see. Especially because it would give you that natural feel of progression upwards. But yeah, a lot of things are changing because this is the old map. And it's very interesting. Or something non-human. I don't know. I don't think they're going to take the Crisis. I mean, Crisis already did that. And I don't want them to take the Crisis approach.
The gate is barred from the other side.
What about that side passage back there?
Sounds like Crisis. Exactly,
Let's
right?
go.
Yeah, Crisis. We're going through the forest and aliens attack us.
It's a dead end. What's your call, sir?
I don't know.
Maximum stealth.
I don't see any good options
Maximum
here.
armor.
They're behind
Maximum
us.
speed.
Wait here, sire.
Wait here with the Emperor. Guard him with your life. Take them down.
For the Emperor!
We actually played Crisis Remastered on this. We actually beat Crisis Remastered.
You alone must stand against the Prince of Destruction and his mortal servants. He must not have the Amulet of Kings.
Bale?
Take the amulet, give it to Joffrey. He alone
Maybe.
knows where to find my last son.
Speaking of which,
Find him and close shut the jaws.
will my new Reg Run
of
Crisis? Maybe.
Oblivion.
Hopefully. Actually, ironically, apparently the APU on the
Chose a bad day to take up with the calls of the Septim.
shit.
Take them down.
Apparently the APU on the
No.
9950
Tell them
is
save us.
about a same level as a 5060. So yeah, the processor by itself should be able to run Crysis.
The Blades are sworn to protect the Emperor. Now he and all his heirs are dead. The amulet. Where's the Amulet of Kings? It wasn't on the Emperor's body.
You have a 99. I just bought one. Mine's coming tomorrow, specifically because the 9800 X3D is really nice for gaming. But with me getting into video editing and things like that, I needed some more oomph for workloads.
Strange. He saw something in you. Trust
I
me.
was going to get a
They say it's
5090
the dragon blood that
until
flows
I
through
saw
the
that
veins
they're
of every
literally
septum.
frying
They
themselves.
see more than lesser men. The Amulet of Kings is a sacred symbol of the Empire. Most people think of the red dragon crown, but that's just jewelry.
They
The
recommend 32
amulet has
gigs.
power. Only a true heir of
I,
the blood can wear it, they say.
I think I'm covered there.
He
Don't
must
you
have
think
given
so?
it to you for a reason. Did he say why?
I think I'm good. I think 96 gigs is enough. I'm happy to share what limited knowledge I have, Miku, but keep in mind I am just now learning DaVinci Resolve. So I got 96 specifically because I do a lot of work with machine learning and AI. 96, and when you get into memory heavy workloads like that, it's better and actually does have an impact on it. I also learned the hard way that DDR5 is not to the point, or the processors aren't to the point yet where you can run 4 sticks of RAM in a full speed mode. Now, it might not be true anymore, but when the time that DDR5 came out 2 to 3 years ago, like the 7800 X3D just stressed the memory controller too much to the point where if you had 4 sticks in there and tried to run them on their XMP profile, you'd crash the system. So I ended up going down to 2 sticks of 48 gig sticks and then got to 96 gigs that way. And those are running at their full speeds. I just you can't run 4 sticks of RAM at their capable speeds, unfortunately. Not yet, anyway.
Joffrey? He said that?
Been playing with
Why?
Blender? I tried Blender and can't wrap my head around it, which is funny because I actually have a background in computer-aided design, but...
Nothing I ever heard about. But Joffrey would be the one to know.
Joffrey!
He's the Grandmaster.
Joffrey! That...
Although you
Don't
may
wanna say
not
that word
think
on
so
stream.
to meet him, he lives
That
quietly
asshole.
as a monk at Wayne Priory, near the city of Coral. First, you need to get out of here. Through that door must be the entrance to the sewers, past the locked gate. That's where we were heading. It's a secret way out of the Imperial City. Or it was supposed to be secret. Here, you'll need this key for the last door into the sewers. There are
Oh,
rats
man.
and goblins
What time
down
is
there.
it? 6:30.
But
Okay.
from what I've seen of you, I'm guessing you're an experienced agent. Am I right?
Oh. An experienced agent. Personality, agility, specialization, stealth. Sounds good. Acrobatics, illusion, marksman, mercantile, security, sneak, and speechcraft. Boy, that seems like what I want. Although an assassin, no, that's intelligence. Yeah, we can do that. Oh, they actually split the classes up. You said you were a spell sword. Yeah, okay. They actually really did split the classes up. Okay. Yeah, we'll go agent.
I thought so. A few rats and goblins won't give you any trouble.
I love that quote bot. Dude, you look like AC/DC in 40 years.
You must get the amulet to Joffrey. Take no chances, but proceed to Wayne Priory immediately. Got it?
Yes, I understand.
Good. The Emperor's trust was well placed. I'll stay here to guard the Emperor's body and make sure no one follows you. You'd better get moving. May Talos guide you. By the way, thanks for recovering Captain Renault's sword. I'll see that it is given a place of honor in the halls of the Blades.
You better. I didn't lug that through the entire tutorial for nothing. Are we actually out of the tutorial now? Yes, we are. Took us 2 hours, but we made it. Oh, are we in Riven? That looks like a secret passage. Oh man, but yeah, I've got a new computer build coming, and then, like I said, this motherboard and processor are going to my 4K TV. Oh shit! Hello, Goblin. Oh shit! But yeah, outside of this, I mean, I'm gonna put a lot of time into this. I can already tell. I've heard wonderful things about Oblivion, but just never actually had the opportunity to try it myself. Outside of this, the other game I've been playing a shit ton of. I don't know if anyone's a fan of ARPGs like Path of Exile or Diablo. I've been playing a fuck ton of Last Epoch. Their new season released, and it has been fabulous game. So many solid quality of life updates in that game. Oh god, it's fun. Play PoE 2. I have PoE 2. I bought into the early access for it. And frankly, I'm a little disappointed in the state it's in right now. I see the potential in it. Don't get me wrong. I think it will be really good. It's just not there right now, if that makes sense. That being said, there's no harm in waiting. I've played hundreds of hours of Path of Exile. Path of Exile 2, I see a lot of good stuff with. They just need to fix some... Nothing that bothers me right now is not addressable. They're having a loot issue right now that they want to encourage. They're encouraging you to use currency items more to actually modify your loot. But they're not dropping a lot of the currency items, and they're not dropping meaningful loot right now. They've acknowledged... Now, that, to be fair, was at launch. I haven't checked in the last few months. You're a D2 fan? Believe it or not, I've never played Diablo 2. I say that. I've played Diablo 2. I get out of the first act, but never go further. And if you want to know something really weird, my first experience of Diablo was on PlayStation 1. Little known fact that Blizzard actually had a release of Diablo on the PS1, and that's how I played Diablo 1. Yep. Yeah, Diablo 2 I never played. Got huge into StarCraft on Battle.net. Back when Battle.net was this really cheesy style chat room. Yep. Diablo 4, I will actually say, is a huge fucking disappointment. Coming from Diablo 3 started that way, and Reaper of Souls completely redeemed that game. Not to say I didn't enjoy Diablo 3 when it started, because Diablo 3, I loved playing hardcore. That was my jam. Loved Diablo 3. Diablo 4 just feels way too fucking clunky. Like, the whole thing with Diablo 4 is I'm going to use an ability to get a class resource and burn that class resource with two or three abilities. And it just going through that loop feels slow and clunky, and I don't like it. And I've even played the expansion to Diablo 4. I missed the classes of Diablo 3, like Crusader and Monk in particular. And Spirit Waver just does not fulfill that need. Now, where the hell am I going? Okay. We are going all the way over there. Okay, fair enough. All right, cool. Quick save is in. Thank you, game. I appreciate you reading my mind. Open the traveler directly. Ordering stuff in any direction, begin exploring your art. Good luck. And look at the detail on the bow. There's actually scratch marks on it. Oh my god, there's a leather wrap on the bow itself where your hand is held. The string looks really solid. Yeah, they've really done a good job with this. But yeah, Last Epoch came about specifically because a bunch of fans of Diablo wanted to make a really good ARPG. And they did some really cool things with it. I've loved it. It is a unique ARPG experience that I have absolutely been delighted to play. Yes, you have to pay for the game, so it's not free like Path of Exile, but they offer you the capability of, you get in-game currency for buying the game, but it's just their way of trying to deal with bots. It doesn't work, unfortunately, but it does, it is really nice. Where is my wife? Let me find out. I just noticed the time. Oh, that's not my wife. The music in this game. I can almost swear that's Neverwinter Nights. God. Where's a horse when I need one? We'll skyrun it. Wait a minute, I'm a cat. There we go. Go away. Go away. Well, we've had one funny moment in the stream that already started as a, that started at the very beginning of this damn stream. I was gonna say, I hear something behind me. Hold on. Now, can I... Okay, fair enough. Do I have... Oh, wow. There's a factions? I didn't know that. Oh. Okay, as a... Do I still have my armor on? Yes, yes I do. My FPS is dipping down to the 60s, but that's mostly probably because of the Lumen ray trace. Oh, shit. You're not friendly, are you? Seeing as how your name is Bandit, I'm going to go out on a limb and say, no, you're not friendly. Weak poison of cowardice. Now, is that armor any better for me? Yes. Yes, it is. Wait, show details. That's not what I wanted. Oh, this is light armor? Okay, fair enough. What about the fur boots? Wait a minute. Does this not... Wait a minute. How do I see the armor value of this? Because it just occurred to me. The armor value isn't listed. 2 days have passed and I still just got out of the tutorial. I'm betting a mod will fix this. What a Spriggan. What is that? The stone stars, do you seek its conjured weapon armor? No. I'll quick save, then I will. Hello. You cannot unequip this item. Well, didn't expect that. Yeah, I remember the first attempt I had at playing this game was actually on Xbox 360. believe it or not. And didn't really like it that much. The bridge isn't on the map. Oh, let's see what this does. Okay, well the dagger does some work. Fair enough. Alrighty. When we get to this area, I'll probably call it there for the night, just because I know my wife's on her way home. God, the game looks gorgeous. Very, very pretty. I should also note that this is running at native resolution. I do not have DLSS turned on. I actually am using it for deep learning anti-aliasing. And on an HDR, that's the one thing I do complain about this game, is it didn't have HDR implemented. Like, how do you release a remaster in this day and age without HDR? Hello. Stop it. Stop. Now, let's see if we can make some leather. Oh, wow. The blade is covered in blood. What is in my offhand? Okay, so we're almost there. Yellow tick. Oh, what are you? Whatever you are, you're trying to cash shit at me, and I don't appreciate that. Don't do that. Apparently some more people are pissed off. Mage's robe does not sell for shit. Good to know. There we go. Blade increased to 14. The blade is now on fire. So apparently this is running two different engines. One is the original engine that built Oblivion, and the other one for the graphical update is Unreal Engine 5. So I think the actual Bethesda engine is called the Creation Engine? Might be wrong about that. Sounds like I'm in combat with something. The music is awfully, you know, upbeat for just roaming around. The good news is we're almost there. I like how I didn't visit a single, well, other than the Yellowtick Cave. I like how I didn't visit a single damn area. How do you fast travel? I don't know. That would be something to figure out, though, before I get too far into this game. Now I must take the amulet to Joffrey. Fair enough. Which I'm assuming... Oh. I was like, what the hell was that? Yep. Fuzzy sheep. All right. Here. Be free. Oh, right there. All right. Now, do I actually have to go inside? Yes. Okay. And we'll call it there. All right. Oh. Good deal. We're in Wayne Priory. Oh my God, the light coming in. That is gorgeous. And the ray trace shadows on the bow. Oh man, that is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. Alrighty, guys. That is going to do it for me for the night, though. How do I quit? Where's the escape? Fun fact. There it is. Exit game. Cool. Let's go find someone to raid. Thank you so much, Reximus. And again, thank you for that donation and the subscription and bringing all your people to chill with me. I certainly appreciate it. Who is streaming right now? Let's see here. Pestily is playing Marathon. Coco is playing Blueprints. Kara's playing Just Chatting. Carnage is playing WoW. Because we were talking about it, let's if Pestily will let me raid him, let's go to Pestily. Because I am curious, very curious about this, about Marathon. Let's see. Although it looks like you might be having issues with the servers. But yeah, let's go see what Marathon's all about. I'm curious to know what Pestily thinks about it. But thank you so much for watching, guys. Thanks so much for being here. Thanks so much for being part of my stream. I certainly appreciate it. Thank you so much for the follows. Really do appreciate it. Jet, Noah, DB, and of course, Reximus coming in with a sub. Thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate it. As well as that donation, Reximus. That was very generous of you. There's all my socials on my link tree. That contains my YouTube channel. That contains my Facebook page. That contains my Discord server. That contains my Twitch channel, which obviously you're here for. But until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for being here. I'll be back on Friday, 4 o'clock Central. So make sure to check me out then. Again, I stream until 4 o'clock, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, until the wife and son get home, which they are just about here. So until next time, guys, I am Black Magix, and please stay laughing. And I'll catch you all later.